The second session is about your purpose, your gifts, also called ikigai. So, we all have certain gifts that are very natural to us. And an example of that would be for you to look at the people around you. You know, certain people who are naturally gifted at numbers, they're just so good with numbers. And there are other people who just cannot stand numbers. There are people that you know who are naturally gifted with driving, and others who would really hate the idea of driving as well. So there are so many different kinds of people in this world, and their differences come also from the gifts that they're actually good at, the natural gifts, the natural skills, the natural abilities that we all have. And it's exactly the same concept, like how our faces are different, our gifts and our natural skills are also different. And I think what has happened with most of us is that we have all got into the same train where everybody else was going. Just get into the cycle of finding that job and then just getting the job and going with it. I think if you understand what your values are, what your purpose is, what your gifts are, what your ikigai is, what your passion is, what your strengths are in this session, this is really going to help you, especially if you're making a transition to a new role, because then you know what are the roles that are actually meant for you. What are the roles in which you will flourish and nourish and bloom? If you're going to set up a business at this point in your life or somewhere in future, this session will help you understand what are the kinds of business that you are naturally gifted to actually create, and it will give you so much clarity on what are the things that is what is your train rather than you sitting in someone else's train, as simple as that. So I highly encourage people to do a session on purpose, passion, ikigai, whatever you like to call it, but know what are your natural strengths and gifts. And in this session we also do an assessment that comes at the end as a mirror to the sessions that we have had on values and purpose, because then you really understand what your gifts are is being reflected in an assessment as well. So that's pretty much it about this session.